You having a nice laugh, are you?
Everything is a drum.
Hey!
And go.
What's up, everyone? Adam from FWCI. Loki Season 2 Pitch Meeting. This took a while to come out. Did it? Am I tripping? Am I about to record something that came out forever ago? No, 4 hours ago. Okay, we're on it. I reacted to episode 1 and episode 6 of Loki Season 2, and I watched the rest in between with my partner because she really loves the series, but I am actually going to react to the Marvels, and I wanted to make sure I kept my MCU pulse alive by keeping up with Loki. So we did the finale and the first episode. Kind of glad I didn't react to the whole series, to be honest. It was a pretty somber kind of series. The stakes were obviously very high, but just, I don't know, there was a lot of sadness I felt throughout this series, and a lot of despair, and everything felt very bleak. And you know, I don't know what's going on with the MCU lately, but it definitely didn't have the charm that the first season had. It was good to follow up with some of the characters, and not so good to follow up with some of the characters. I was not happy to find out that Mobius is just a jet ski salesman from Middle America. Cleveland, isn't it? How many jet skis are people using in Cleveland? Ah, man. I was entertained with it, and they obviously left it in a very interesting spot with Loki, you know, now he's like the god of stories, I think he is. He's gonna rewrite everything, so I don't know if this plays into the Marvels either, so we're gonna have to wait and see. But let's check out the Loki Season 2 pitch meeting.
So, you have some new Marvel content for me? Yes, sir, I do. Oh boy, and I gotta say, this strategy of ours to dump hours and hours of Marvel content onto Disney Plus, yeah, it was maybe a mistake. Oh. Yeah, we might have messed up on that. Anyway, too late to stop now, so what's next?
Yeah, it's not been a good run for Marvel and the Disney Plus content, but I am reacting to What If Season 2 over the Christmas period, so, but I feel like that's a whole different thing. What If is just on its own level, so I'm actually keen for that.
We do Loki Season 2. Oh, everybody's favorite villain that hasn't been an actual villain in about 10 years. Exactly. I say we double down on this show because it was one of the few ones people actually seem to like. Very true. So what's gonna happen to Loki this time around? Well, you know how in Season 1 Loki kind of learned to make selfless decisions for the greater good? Sure. Well, in this season he's gonna learn to make selfless decisions for the even greater good. I like that. So after Sylvie killed He Who Remains at the end of Season 1, Loki starts
Yeah, it was very samey in that kind of way as well. Like, Loki was still kind of on the exact same journey in Season 2 as he was in Season 1.
Doing this thing called time slipping. What does that mean? It means he glitches like a video game character and uncontrollably jumps around to different times and places. Interesting. Yeah, and since he's going back in time, that means he can do stuff then that affects the future. I feel like that's not the explanation we had for time travel in Avengers Endgame. Yeah, well, time works differently at the TVA. Meaning? It means that now that I've said that, I can do whatever I want and you have to get all the way off my back about it. Oh, okay, let me get off of that thing of yours. So anyway,
that's fine though. The Time Variance Authority, it's a bit of a loophole to get this storyline, because yeah, he's right. It is different to the logic that the MCU has set up, but time works differently in the TVA. That's what the man said.
To stop the time slipping from happening, Mobius and Loki go see this guy named OB because he wrote the TVA handbook. Okay. And he says that this is happening because there are so many branching timelines that this thing called the temporal loom is overloading. Uh-oh, those sound like important time words. So what do they do? Well, Mobius has to bring this device to the loom, but there's a risk of his skin peeling off and spaghettification, and Loki has to prune himself at the same time. Pruning and spaghettification? That's right. Oh, horrible death words that make me hungry or tight. All right, so anyway, after all...
Yes. The spaghettification scene. Wow. I guess we'll get to that later on with Victor Timely, but that was... Watching that in super slow motion, I watched the breakdown where they show like what was actually in there. That was actually quite horrific and graphic.
For all that, it still seems like this thing's gonna overload.
Uh-oh.
So they go find Sylvie in hiding to get her to help.
And where's Sylvie hiding?
Well, she's in the past working at whatever fast food chain the studio has a good relationship with.
Probably McDonald's.
I'm loving it. So Sylvie adores working at this McDonald's because of the fantastic work culture and delicious selection of food.
They have a whole variety of delicious offerings.
Which will be discussed by the characters, yeah, but Sylvie doesn't want to help out, even though they tell her that her whole timeline's gonna stop existing if she doesn't.
Yeah, the McDonald's product placement in that, it was pretty egregious, and it got a little bit weird when they were just like kind of talking about it, and I do agree with that. But I honestly don't have a problem with product placement in movies, like in terms of like Sylvie working at a McDonald's. It feels more realistic. What can I say?
Does that make sense?
Free will or something. Now Opie realizes he needs the temporal aura of He Who Remains or Miss Minutes to fix this loom thing.
All right.
So everybody goes back to 1893 Chicago to find a He Who Remains variant named Victor Timely.
Right.
And there's a whole bunch of chaos, and he ends up getting away with Miss Minutes.
Oh yeah, that cartoon clock lady.
That's the one, but she confesses that she wants to have a physical form because she's in love with them and wants them to, physically be together.
Oh, flirtatious clocks are tight.
What?
So then what happens?
No. What did you mean by that?
By what?
Well, you imply that you're very familiar with the concept of flirtatious clocks.
I don't have a weird secret.
I didn't use that term. You did just now.
Stop.
Okay, so anyway, Victor...
Oh, wow. Wow. Holy shit. I thought that was a funny enough joke as it was, but when he's like, stop, that was too much. Oh my god. Oh, alright, give me a second to compose myself.
Timely's not into clocks in that way, so he shuts her down, and then the good guys manage to bring him to the TVA.
Oh, well, good for them.
And Victor Timely's gonna be like, oh, what is going on?
Well, what's that voice you're doing?
Well, he's a big old smart science nerd, so he talks like that.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he talks like Donald Glover at the 2-minute mark of the Derek comedy sketch Jerry from 16 years ago.
What?
Yeah.
Kind of a super specific reference.
It's accurate.
I just don't know that anyone's familiar with that.
And they should type Derek Comedy Jerry into the YouTube search bar and see how Donald Glover talks at the 2-minute mark.
Let's go.
Hello, children. It's me, the principal. Don't mind me. I'm just here to observe. Hey, I heard one of your classmates pooped his pants. Oh, what an idiot. Is that my seat? Have you kids met the new kid Brian? He seems pretty cool. He likes to skateboard. You won't find any poop in his pants. And another thing,
He shit himself.
as principal,
Oh, what the fuck did I just watch? Oh, that was insane. Oh, why is this video killing me so bad? What is that thing? Please tell me. Is there more of those videos I should watch? Cause fucking hell. All right, let's get back into it.
Familiar with that.
And they should type Derek Comedy Jerry into the YouTube search bar and see how Donald Glover talks at the 2-minute mark.
Where are you looking? You got a freaking clock over there?
No, and so then they need to send Victor to fix the loom, but he turns into spaghetti, and then everybody turns into spaghetti.
Terrifying and delicious.
But turns out that Loki survives the pasta dish attack because he's the main character.
Oh, so what does he do?
Well, he starts involuntarily time-slipping to the other characters' original lives.
We're gonna see Owen Wilson on a jet ski?
Yes, sir, we are. That weird specific desire that we implanted in everyone's brains in season 1 is gonna be paid off, kinda.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. Wow.
So now Loki has to get...
Stop it, Ryan George. Oh, I didn't even see that coming. Wow. so fucking obvious. I'm done. I'm done.
And try to fix the loom again.
A lot of loom repair attempts, but Sylvie doesn't want to help, even though she's been told that her reality will stop existing.
That's right.
Wow, she kind of sucks, huh? Gonna be tough to get her to join if that doesn't convince her.
Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see, eventually her reality does turn to spaghetti, so then she decides to help out.
Ugh.
So they try to fix the loom again, but everything turns to spaghetti because they're too late.
Mamma mia.
But then Loki figures out how to control his time slipping, so he sets out to fix this loom earlier.
So what does he do?
Well, he spends centuries learning about physics, but every time Victor goes out, he still turns to spaghetti.
Why does Victor the human have to be the one to go? Why can't Loki the god go?
Well, because Victor's the one who invented this thing, so if there are problems, he can solve them.
Can't Loki have Victor troubleshoot through a communicator?
Hey, shut up. So then Loki goes to see he who...
Plus, doesn't Loki kind of like know everything about that machine and everything now anyway, if he's been studying it for hundreds of years?
remains at the end of time.
Whoops.
Who's like, hey, you can save the loom by killing Sylvie before she kills me.
Right.
But Loki's like, I will not kill Sylvie, she's the best.
She's not.
So then Loki realizes he can destroy the loom and rejuvenate all the timelines and make them into a tree-like structure and hold them.
How? Magic. That works.
So now he's essentially sacrificed himself to oversee all the timeline branches all alone at the end of time forever and ever.
Wow. Well, we've come a long way from the Loki that attacked New York City like a week before this.
Yeah, like a week ago, but also centuries have passed since then. It's a big character transformation.
Major transformation. He truly did replace a sewing device.
Well, don't say it like that.
Sorry.
So what do you think?
Oh, honestly, I think it's great. You know, you have a show with a distinct voice and a unique...
You know what? It's... a lot happened in that time. But, you know, that's a good point, though. I'd be interested to go back and watch Season 1 again. I actually would. I would not want to go back and watch Season 2. But go back and watch it and pay more attention to Loki's sort of, you know, moral journey in that. Because yeah, it felt very samey in this one here.
style, focusing on characters. It's good.
Thank you.
It's really good. In fact, I'd go so far as to say that nothing could put a damper on this.
Jonathan Majors makes first court appearance ahead of August trial date for assault. Well, that did put a damper on this whole video. Good work, right, George? What a roller coaster it was. Wow, yeah, that was funny, man. I mean, watching that clip in the middle as well. Good Lord, Donald Glover, he is just... Him in Community, I could just watch hours of clips of Troy and Abed. Even just like Troy, so many things. Like, yeah, I could talk about Donald Glover forever. But Loki Season 2, like, it was, watching it with my partner, it was a good watch. But I feel like the decider is like, I wouldn't go back and watch it again. Like, that kind of thing. Like, that's the sort of degrees of, you know, how much do I like a series? Would I go back and watch it again? And there's some that were not that good that I would definitely go back and watch again, like Falcon and Winter Soldier, for example. I'd go back and watch that again. Maybe even Miss Marvel, maybe. I don't know. I like, what's her name? Iman Vellani, I think it is. The actress, I think she's just a really good Miss Marvel, so... Or Captain Marvel. Is she... What the fuck is her name? It's Miss Marvel, isn't it? Too many Marvel. But I'm really excited to react to What If Season 2, which comes out on the 22nd, and then it's an episode a day through to the 29th of December this year, so a couple of weeks away. I've been looking forward to that since What If Season 1 ended, and I reacted to that on the channel, and if you haven't seen my Marvel reactions, go check them out. If you want to relive some of these, you know, Disney Plus series and stuff like that with me, in fact, if you click this thing here, this playlist, you can go check it out yourself. And as always, everyone, be well, stay safe, look after your friends, see you in the next video. Peace!